Hello, welcome to my reviews of Doctor Who. This is the second episode of part 2 of series 7, and this one was called The Rings of Akhaten. Personally, I didn't particularly like last week's episode. It wasn't my favourite, but this week's episode was worse for me. I didn't like it. It just wasn't very, not my cup of tea. It was good till about half an hour in. I really liked it. I liked how it sort of reminded me of End of the World with Rose, how they have all these aliens, and it sort of reboots the concept of Doctor Who being about aliens for any new viewers, I guess. And apart from that, I really like the idea of Clara just being able to choose when she goes. She'd be like, oh yes, 7 PM tomorrow, see you then. Just waiting on the staircase, just sitting there, waiting. That's so convenient. I'm glad that he's finally gotten the timing right. I was so worried that he might have skipped by a few weeks, but then I realised no, he's actually fixed it. And yeah, I found it a bit creepy how he just was watching Clara's parents. Another thing, it's cool because, well, it's not cool, it's really sad. Clara's mum probably died in the Auton attack of series 1, because if you look on the date of the tombstone, I think that's the day that either series 1 episode 1 aired, or the day that it was in the episode, but I don't really know. Back to the episode that I'm reviewing. I'm filming at night. This is really new. That's why the lighting is actually a bit better. I might film my videos from now on at night time because it's just superior, the lighting. I think the Doctor's using his sonic screwdriver as a weapon more, because he was upsetting the grandfather or whatever, which I found the grandfather really creepy, and I'm so disappointed that it wasn't the main villain. The main villain was a planet. I'm so glad finally they went to a planet. New Who is just too much of London or England. There's so many other countries on this world, but he always goes to England. He always goes to Earth in present day relative to us viewers. So many options, but I'm so glad that they went to a planet. And I can understand different rituals, singing could be high up on their culture, they could sing, but I'm just really disappointed that it was such a main concept in that episode, the singing, because basically it's just dramatic and him confessing and saying take it all, which I found as a bit of an innuendo. Crying, excellent acting, but then it started getting all singy and trumpets and yeah, that was a bit of an overkill. That's why I didn't like it that much, because of that. Just the singing isn't very Doctor Who related. It is monsters and stuff, but not really. It's a lot of the things in the Moffat era from series, the newer series, series 6 and 7 mainly. It's the mental, if you think it's not going to happen, it won't happen. It was the same in the Snowman, it was the same in Night Terrors to a certain extent, but the monster's really good in that, so I can forgive that. The whole plot of series 5 was just Amy thinking, and then, oh, everything's better. I mean, that's okay sometimes, I think, but it shouldn't be overused, and using it way too much. I want actual resolutions and talking to aliens, or fighting the aliens, or doing something with the aliens or humans if they are the bad people. I just don't want, mental crap. It's getting too boring, it's getting too overused, I feel. I liked the effects, the CGI of the planet imploding. At the end of everything going dark, but I don't see how that benefits the planet, because aren't they relying on that light for living? If the light goes out, isn't that the equivalent of if the sun goes out or if the moon just dies? So isn't that sort of bad for the planet? But I suppose that's just a plot hole that I don't understand. I know that that was the sentient being bad guy, and he was making the people scared, but if he's the main star, isn't he keeping the people alive? The best bit about this episode was Matt Smith barking like a dog. I know that sounds really pathetic, but I really like that bit, because he's all acting like a 5-year-old, because he's gotten too serious, but at the same time he's not serious. But I'm just worried he'll do the David Tennant thing and get all serious and it's a curse of the Time Lords, I can never do this thing, but he doesn't seem to be getting that way. He seems to sort of, he's gotten over the bonds. Another thing, I found it misleading how he was giving up all of his memories to the Centennial Planet dude in the sky with a face. Does it mean that he forgets all his companions and everything? Because I'm really misled by that. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm gonna give this, because I liked it less, significantly less than last week actually. I watched this one twice just to get a proper full view on things. I would only rate this about a 2, seeing as I rated the last one 2.5 and I liked it. So 2 out of 5. But I'll see you next week, and hopefully next week's will be better.